Hi, I'm Keshav Chintamani and I'm the founder of Tractonomy Robotics. It's a company that builds robots. I'm a robotic systems architect myself and my company is located here at Hangar K. Well, the choice for Hangar K was very simple, Jeremy. I build robots. We build robots for industrial applications. And the region of Kortrijk and Flanders in general, especially West Flanders, has so many industries. It's a wonderful opportunity for us to be here in this region so we can build our robots very close to people who will actually use our robots in the factories that are very close by. That's why we chose Hangar K.
It's great you choose for Hangar K and Kortrijk, right? But there was a time you chose for America and NASA. You worked for NASA. Tell me something about it.
Yeah, that was true. I did work for NASA, but not directly. I worked as a subcontractor. I did my PhD thesis on a topic that was funded by NASA. It was a NASA grant that paid for my thesis in the US from 2004 until 2010. And we were studying how augmented reality user interfaces can help astronauts control the space station robot arms. So just to summarize, the space station has robot arms on the outside of the space station, and the astronauts are on the inside because it's much safer for them. And we were creating a augmented reality so that they could, for example, visualize in 3D how to control the robots without hitting into something and things like that.
When I hear the name NASA, I have to ask you this. Did you work on any top secret stuff?
Well, I can't say too much, unfortunately, about the top secret stuff, but the reality was that the project was not a top secret project, but there were some parts that were not allowed to be discussed. So it was quite interesting to work like this. I think the hardest part of being a startup, Jeremy, is getting a good team together. I think that is 90% of the business done, in my opinion, and it's the hardest part. It's the biggest challenge.
Getting a good team together.
Absolutely. I think for individual startups or single-person startups, if you're trying to get a team together, especially when you're in a new region and you don't have a very vast network, you need to get the team together to get successful. And I think that's really the core part of being successful, is having a strong team.
I like that you say that because we are a co-creation hub here at Hangar K.
Yeah.
Co-creating is putting people together. You already teamed up with somebody from here, with Floris de Vries. What are you currently working on with him?
Yeah, Floris is great to meet him. You know, I was so lucky because I was looking around for a partner as well, and we were looking around to see how we could have some co-creation working. And I met Floris when I came in here for a visit, and I was talking to him, and he was telling me that he was working on some parts about perception and computer vision, and it was very related to what I was trying to do as well. So I said, why don't we try to combine our strengths to solve a common problem? So now we're trying to prototype a mobile robot, and we'll tell you a little bit more about that.
So what is your experience up to now with Hangar K, and would you recommend it to people?
Absolutely. I think there's a lot of strengths in the cluster of Kortrijk, and Hangar K is in the middle of this cluster. What is fascinating for me is that there's a very unique strengths, especially for industrial product designers like us. We have West, which is very close by. They have a very impressive industrial design center. There's a lot of talent there. For me, as a robotics company, as the owner of a robotics company, it's very important to have our end users close by. People we can validate our product against, and they are not far from here. We could actually walk to a factory and we could actually showcase a robot like this. And I think that's a fascinating, fantastic opportunity. I think that somebody who was trying to build robots should try to capture as soon as possible. So indeed, I would say, yeah, I think people should come here to Hangar K to experience that capability.
You sold that perfectly. Last question, what can we expect from you in the future? You're building robots right now. When we see your robots in store?
Oh, that's an interesting question. Well, of course, as a startup, it has this valley of death and also a hill to climb. So we're doing both at the same time with two legs. But we are building a robot, and we're working very hard to get our first minimally viable product ready by August or something like that. And hopefully by the end of December, we should have a proof of concept moving around, validated by at least one of our clients. And hopefully then we can maybe move to the next phase, which is the go-to-market phase.
All right, perfect. We wish you a lot of success, and thank you for the interview.